Good morning, everyone. It's getting a little bit chilly in Spain. I wanted to talk about my creative process. I'm in the process of writing a book. It's not just a book, it's an adventure book for younger teenagers with illustrations and choice based on current decisions. And the story evolves depending on the choice that the reader made. So I wanted to let you know a little bit about the creative process. So let's go, and I will show you everything. Okay, so first off the bat, I use AI to help me write my book. I know how to write both in French and in English. That's not a problem, but I don't know how to make like uh, very romanticized text like you see in the books. So, and my English is definitely not good enough for writing at that level of specific text. So it all starts with my idea. It's a dance between me and the AI. The idea was to, yeah, just okay. Hey, Chat GPT, I want to write a book. I want to have a setup that is in medieval times with fantasy, decision based. Like if you do this, go to that. I really like the games, the books where you were a hero when I was teenager, and I wanted to do something similar to that. So the first thing was to set up the actual story. The book is 62 page, so it's decent sized book. Um, the book is divided in scenes. So the first step was to ask the AI what could be the scenes, and he gave me different options. Some I didn't like he gave me a setup in a lake, and I didn't see that. Well, okay, would not be super interesting. But after that, he went with the village, a medieval village, then a marketplace, then a forest, mountain pass, an old abandoned mines. So all those scenes, which are the main steps to go from the beginning of the story all the way to the end, although there are decisions that can influence the reading of the story. Those steps, those main scenes, they are obligatory, mandatory to the process of the story. So for each story, I then use like I know I have each scene is divided into something like 16 sub panels that clarifies the story and based on the choice of the reader. So I usually start with something that looks like this. My paper notes. So the story starts from the top, and depending on the decisions of the reader, different things happens all the way to the end of the story. So this is my decision tree for just one of the scenes. So this is the mines, the one for the mines. So that's the decision tree, and then I go back to Chat GPT, and I will, based on that, okay, let's do panel 51. Panel 51 is the introduction. You can make a bit more text. This is the setup. It presents the story to for the rest of the scene. Then we go, okay, let's go. Let's do the choice would be to inspect the tools or to try to decipher the signpost at the entrance of the mine. And then panel by panel, I brief chat on what I really want, and he creates super nice text with everything formatted. And going panel by panel, it's easy for me um, to see where the story goes. I don't rely only on ChatGPT. I use my own creativity, of course, to build the story and make it interesting. So it's not just like, hey, Chat, write me a story. No, it's more complicated than that. And the process evolves and iterates on step one, step two, step three, until I'm satisfied of the output of the message. And sometimes he doesn't get what I want. So I had to review. Oh, please, maybe in the mind there is this and that, because I know with my decision tree that what is coming from the upcoming rest of the story. So I can guide him to make it more interesting. So let's go see part of the output. I will show you my Canva template with all the pages and the setup as it is currently. Okay, so the next step is to I just go in Canva and make a rough template with placeholders. So you see that everything is pre-made. I also included some rough illustrations that I will redo. And this is the text, as you can see, generated by ChatGPT. But with for each chapter, you have a different placeholder with blank space that will be used for the illustration. So the story goes. So this is the second uh, plane scene with his text, and it goes. So my book is entirely structured. I know exactly where the text goes, where the illustration could be. So that's the next step. And after that, I will of course do the illustration. So yeah, the next step would be to take those templates, the blank page that I build together in Canva, and then import it into Sketchbook and start the illustration process. So I know exactly where the text goes, what size do I have for the illustration, and that will be the subject of an upcoming video. Have a good day. I'm Patrice from Spain, and this is my creative process.